Hey, what is up, everybody? It is morbing time, and earlier this week I asked you, Morbius sweep? And you guys, with a resounding response, said, Morbius sweep. Now let's get on to talking about the greatest movie ever, Morbius, the first movie to ever sell 1 more billion tickets. Anyways, with that stupid bit out of the way, grab your fine china and strap in for a beautiful, not very well put together, lazy video essay about the worst movie I have ever seen, Morbius. And I'm not using that term lightly. I am a connoisseur of bad movies personally. I'll give you some examples. We got FDR, American Badass. We got Reaper, the Genetic Opera, Velocipaster, The Room, Netherworld, Teeth. Of course, Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat is an awful movie. I love it, but it's an awful movie. I like to watch bad movies. But Morbius is a whole different breed. Now, I like to categorize bad movies into 2 different sets, sometimes 3. I'll talk about these. We have bad good movies and good bad movies. A good bad movie is a movie that is bad, writing-wise, conceptually, all of it is just a bad movie and shouldn't be made probably. But there's something about it that makes it good, enjoyable, fun to watch. Think The Room or Netherworld. Bad movies all across the board. But I have fun watching them. They're just enjoyable. And then on the other side, we have a bad good movie. A bad good movie is a good movie that is bad. Think like Cat in the Hat. That makes sense. It's Mike Myers playing a Dr. Seuss character. You know, that should work, but it just doesn't. It's not a good movie. I still have a lot of fun watching it, but it's not good. Same with Reaper, the Genetic Opera. Interesting concept. The writing's there. The soundtrack is actually pretty good, if you ask me, but it's just not a good movie. Something about it just is bad, but it's really fun to watch. And then Velocipaster I would put in its own category. Same with FDR. Like, both those movies are not meant to be good. They're meant to be stupid. So they just kind of are outliers, in my opinion, in that. But another outlier would be Morbius. Now, why is Morbius an outlier? And I think this is based on a few things. I wouldn't qualify it as a good bad movie or a bad good movie, or even in the meta thing that, you know, Velocipaster and FDR fall into. It is just bad. It is not a good movie. It's bland. It's creatively bankrupt. The effects are the best part, but get in the way of other parts of the movie. There's weird cuts. There's weird editing. The intro looks like a student film project, like beginner level student film project. If you've seen it, like the fucking hyperwave intro looks super cheaply done. Like, there's YouTube videos you can see for free that have the same effect but much better than Morbius does. Like, it's astonishingly bad. How another thing that makes a movie bad, in my opinion, is Jared Leto. I'm not a fan of Jared Leto. I haven't liked any roles he's done in the past, and I don't think I like him as a person based on allegations that have been made against him. Of course, they're allegations, so take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But with the volume and the severity of the accusations, you know, and the timeline of them, you know, read it for yourself and decide. But of course, if you, not for everyone to read. Basically is what I'm going to say about that. I don't like Jared Leto, is what I'm getting at. And I feel like Sony probably should have distanced themselves from him instead of setting up a sequel for a movie that they knew no one would like, because half the movie was just rushing to an end credit scene for a movie that I hope never gets made and ruined a character from another franchise. Now let's get into that end credit scene with Vulture, which ruined the character, and I hope I never see him again. I liked him in Homecoming. Fucking hated him in Morbius, because he is there for the end credit scene to set up a sequel and a Sinister Six spinoff that would have been fucking garbage. Morbius is purely fueled by just trying to latch on to the superhero and comic book genre to make a quick buck. And don't get me wrong, I like superhero movies. I like comic book movies. I watch a lot of them. I think they're fun. But oh my god, Morbius fucking sucks. And it's the worst part of it. It really boils down the worst parts of the genre, puts them all together. Extremely formulaic, cashing in on other movies. In fact, it cashes in on movies that it shouldn't touch, like the Tom Holland trilogy of Spider-Man. And the MCU, it shouldn't touch those. But it does. And it does it in such a ham-fisted, awful feeling way that doesn't make sense. But hey, that's just what it is. Other things about Morbius that I fucking hate. Of course, the blur effects getting in the way of the garbage fight choreography. Of course, the fight choreography is bad, but then we have to put blurs over it so you can't see how bad it is. And this movie is made to possibly be rated R, but we couldn't make that $5 extra from that one kid seeing this movie if we had it rated R. Fuck Morbius. But the big thing that it all boils down to, in my opinion, the movie has no charm. None of the jokes land. Nothing about it is charming. I have no reason to watch it. Velocipaster is such a stupid movie. That's its charm. A lot of those bad movies I talked about have charm in them. They have something that makes me want to watch them. Morbius doesn't. It's just bland. It's boring. It's like eating crackers and drinking water. There's nothing there. It's just flavorless, bland, boring, has no charm to it. Not even salt on that fucking cracker. It's fucking awful. It's like a palate cleanser, but there was no flavor to start with. It's just drying my mouth out. Anyways, I fucking hate Morbius. I love bad movies though. And I am passionate about movies and TV shows in general, and I do usually have some pretty strong opinions about TV and movies that I like and dislike. And I would love to talk about them with you, and I'm going to try to talk about different things every Tuesday. So if you have things you want me to talk about, whether it's TV and film or life or whatever, just drop them down below. Hit me up on Twitter, and yeah, I might make a video about it. In fact, next week, I'm probably going to talk about my new favorite YouTube video genre. And it's a good one. I don't know why, but it just puts a smile on my face every time I see it. Way more than Morbius does. And I hope you liked this video. Hopefully I don't make too many more videos of me just shitting on movies, but you know, it kind of deserved it. Morbius is a dog shit movie. Don't watch it. Don't support Jared Leto. And anyways, that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.